How about them Arkansas Razorbacks? Wow, what a big game for them Razorbacks. In case you didn't know, those Arkansas Razorbacks beat those number 5 Tennessee Volunteers, I think they are number 5 in the country, beat them 19-14 here in Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Excuse me. And what's up, everybody? I am the Great Puckettini, and what I got for you tonight is the Arkansas Razorbacks top 10 players versus those number 5 Tennessee Volunteers. So, guys, seriously, it was a great game, man. Holy moly. There was a lot of ups and downs in that game. It was just a roller coaster of emotions. You know, I was upset there. We were down 14-3. I felt we should have had at least 9 points, maybe 12. You know, we went for it on those 2 fourth downs, and poor old Coach Pittman, it seems like every time he does it, it just don't go right for him, man. But, and then when he did try to kick the field goal, Jalen Ramsey gets hurt and he hooks it. So, man. But, boy, the Arkansas Razorbacks, they're a fighting team. They're tough. They don't give up, never say die. Boy, that defense was rock solid all night. The defensive coaches, Coach Pittman had a huge, Travis Williams had a great game plan. They brought back the old 3 down, drop 8, where they did it with Barry Odom, did that about for a whole season and really stymied everybody when our offense was so horrible. And they break that out, and it works like gangbusters against Tennessee. They kept their quarterback. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. They kept him in the pocket. They took his legs away from him, didn't let him run, and that really hamstrung him. And our D-line up front, Landon Jackson, Cameron Ball, Eric Gregory, Nico Davier, Quincy Rhodes, those guys, Danny Salee, those guys just completely played well. There was 3 of them against 5, and they fought and fought and fought, and, man, I was proud to be a Razorback fan. And proud of those guys. They played so hard, and they put everything on the line, and boy, they pulled it out there at the end. It was awesome to see. That's what I've been telling you guys. Arkansas has a great coaching staff, man. They're really good. They got a hard-fighting group of players, and it was just an awesome, awesome win. And I hope it'll get some of you guys on the bandwagon here and see what such a good job Coach Pittman and his other coaches, Travis Williams, Bobby Petrino, all these guys are doing so great. Deke Adams, all these guys are doing a wonderful job as coaches. All right, so let's check it out. Top 10 players. I changed it to number 11. I added a player in there, and I'll tell you when I add him in there. But I had Quincy Rhodes on here, and Quincy Rhodes was number 10. He's number 11 now. But Quincy Rhodes Jr., defensive end from Little Rock, Arkansas. Since he's from Arkansas, I had to leave him on there. He had a huge play there at the end I'll talk about here in a minute. But anyway, he had 1 quarterback carry right on the last play of the game. He come in for Landon Jackson. Great spin move and flushed out Tennessee quarterback. And then it was either Gregory or Ball 1 chased him out of bounds to end the game. But anyway, that was his one big play, that quarterback hurry. He graded out at 69 overall, which is a good grade. 70 is really pretty good. 62 versus the run, 63 in the pass rush. And like I say there, the pressure was on the last play of the game, man. It was an unbelievable play. He came in for Landon. Landon was worn out. They had just completed that big, 30-yard pass, and I'm thinking, oh, no, here we go. Don't let them do this, And Landon had the quarterback sacked, and the guy spun out and got outside and completed that pass. And then here come Quincy Rhodes in there. Great job by Coach Adams by getting Landon out because he was worn out. He was, he had given everything he had. And old Quincy comes there with a great spin move versus their left tackle and flushes him out of the pocket. And then, and it shows you big old Ball or Gregory 1, they're 300 pounds. And that's why I say they have NFL prototype size and speed. These big guys can run like you got to be able to run and play in the NFL. And they got that quarterback out of bounds, and the game was over. But anyway, great job, Quincy Rhodes. Even that's that one big play. He played other plays than that, but that was a huge play at that time. All right, now number 10 is the guy that I've been waiting to see. I really thought he was a great pickup when he transferred in from, I think it was Hutchinson Community College, one of those junior colleges. But defensive tackle Danny Salee from Topeka, Kansas. This guy's a big old guy. He had 2 tackles. He graded out at 70 on defense, 72% in tackling, and 67 versus the run. So very good there. Those are good grades. And I've been waiting on him to come on through. And I really thought he was going to have a really good year. Maybe he's coming on now. You know, it takes a while to go from junior college to major Division I football. All right, number 9 is defensive tackle Eric Gregory from Memphis, Tennessee. Great recruiting grounds. And it was either him or it was Ball that chased out the quarterback. I can't remember. But anyway, Gregory had 2 sacks. He had 2 tackles, and 4 of those were stop tackles, which stopped drives. He graded out 71 on defense, 75% tackling grade, and then a 73 versus the run defense. So he had an absolutely wonderful game. Like I say, that 3-down, drop-8 defense worked magnificently. You know, the commentators talking about how smart Heupel was, and I like old Heupel. I liked him as Oklahoma quarterback, and he was good. And they're saying, "Oh, what a genius thing! Let Arkansas score." Well, and it was, you know, it was they needed to let us score, but I'm glad we scored. They were saying, "Oh, the quarterback should have taken a knee." No, take the points. Take the points. I'm a firm believer, man. Take the points. If you start chasing points, you're going to chase your way out of a game. Take the points. Defense was playing good, and we did. We played good, kept that big pass play. But Arkansas did great. I would have scored just like that the way they did, because the way our luck goes, you don't ever know that next play you might fumble it, you know, and then they recover. You take the points. So it worked out good. I think both coaches did a good job. Worked out. Heupel they probably had to do that, let us score, so they would have time to try to come back and win. I think both coaches did a great job, but if you're going to call Heupel that he was such a genius for doing that, then Travis Williams or whoever wanted us to do the drop 8 again. Man, it worked marvelously. But then Eric Gregory had a huge game. Great job there, Mr. Gregory. All right, number 8 was cornerback Marquise Robinson from Crosby, Mississippi. He had 5 tackles. He had 3 targets versus him, and he allowed only 2 catches. He had 1 pass broken up. He graded out at 71% on defense, 81% tackling, 73 versus the run, and 69 coverage. So very good grades there. Great job there, Marquise. And they were tested. I mean, you know, they had to cover, and they did a great job. Like I say, they took the running game away from the quarterback, didn't let him use his legs, and made him sit back here and throw it. And it worked really well. All right, number 7, running back Braylon Russell, true freshman from Benton, Arkansas. Boy, he had a game, didn't he? He had 8 carries for 62 yards. It was 7.8 yards per carry. He graded out at 71% on offense, 73% in the run game. And he gave the Hogs a big spark there late in the 4th quarter when Taylor Green was out. They were sputtering. You know, they couldn't get a snap. Malachi Singleton, I think, he's going to be all right. But luckily, we do have the bye week. And so hopefully Taylor can kind of get back healthy. But, boy, right there is when Braylon Russell busted off a couple big runs right when we needed it. You know, remember, this is a 253-pound running back that runs in the 4.4 range. I mean, he is a Mack truck going down the line. Those guys don't want to tackle him. And, boy, he gave us a huge spark when we needed it. Wow. And, boy, he had a good game there at the very end. Right when we needed it, he stepped up and made some big plays for us. All right, number 6, free safety, Larry Worth from Jacksonville, Florida, and he transferred in. And, boy, Larry Worth, you know, I see there he played with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. He did. Boy, I loved his energy. He was out there ready for a fight. He was jacked up, man. It's like Houston Nutt used to tell you. He goes, bring me a celebration penalty. You know, bring me one of those. Show your enthusiasm, energy. And, boy, Larry Worth was playing with it. He was on fire. I loved it. That's what we need. But he had 1 sack. He had 7 tackles, and 4 of those stopped drives. He graded out 73 on defense, 70% tackling, 69 in coverage, and 66 versus the run. Very good grades there. Larry Worth played a great game. Did very good. I love his energy and enthusiasm. Keep it up. Great job. And here's our number 5. Added in punter Devin Bell from La Jolla, California. And I didn't have him in there ranked at first, but I went ahead and put him in there, man. He had 3 punts, and he averaged 54.7 yards per punt, which is really good. And they graded that out as a 76.6% punt grade, which put him right here at number 5. And also, if you saw him, you know, he got got us a first down, roughing the punter. They actually called it run into the punter. And Devin plays with a lot of energy too, man. He's a lot of energy, excitement. He had that big run. Was it last week or the week before on that fake punt? I mean, he's a playmaker, man. He's making plays, and I love it. And I love his enthusiasm. Go Hogs! I love it. All right. So Devin Bell's number 5. Number 4 was defensive end Landon Jackson, right next door to me here in Texarkana, Texas. Went to Pleasant Grove High School. You know, there's no saying that big players make big plays in big games. And Landon, they say, is one of the top defensive ends, 1 or 2, coming out in the NFL draft, they say, in college. And, you know, some people saying he hadn't lived up to that. And he really struggled their first couple games. But here in the last couple games, he's played really big in UAB, played big in the Tennessee game. This is a big game. This is when your big players have to make big plays, and he did it. Landon really showed up, showed out, and played really well. He had 1 sack. He had 6 quarterback hurries. He had 4 tackles and 3 of those stopped drives. He graded out a 78 on defense, 77% tackling grade, 75% pass rush grade, which is really good. We need that. And then at 70% versus the run. Landon played a heck of a game. Boy, he played well. He left it all on the line. Like I said, that last play of the game, he couldn't go anymore. He was worn out. And that's when next man up, Quincy Rhodes comes in there, gets the big pressure, and then the big defense tackle, Gregory Ball, ran the quarterback out of bounds, and that was ball game. We win. So, man, great job, and Landon laid it all on the line. He did for sure. All right. And I tell you what, when he got hurt, boy, my heart skipped a few beats because we need him to be there. Landon's a good leader, good player. All right, number 3, Stephen Dix Jr. from Orlando, Florida. He was a transfer as well. Man, this guy he played bowed up with his fist balled up. And that's what you love to see on defense, man, from a linebacker. He was playing hard, played tough. He was bowed up, ready to fight. I mean, he had attitude. Some of them linemen, you saw him getting in their face. I mean, he was ready for a backyard fight. And that's what we gave Tennessee. I mean, he was bowed up, fist balled, and he's ready to go. Breathing fire, and that's what I like to see, boy. Him and Larry Worth were showing a lot of great enthusiasm. Boy, I like that. That was loved his fiery attitude there. But he had 1 sack. He had 1 quarterback hit. He had 1 quarterback hurry. He had 5 tackles, and 3 of those were for stop drives. His receiver that he was covering was targeted 1 time. He did not give up a catch. And he looks at his grades, really good grades here. 79 on defense, 81 in tackling, 77% pass rushing, 76% versus the run. And that's huge. And then 66% coverage grade. Because when you're in that it was basically a 3-2-6, that drop 8. They're going to run the ball, man. When teams did that to us, and when I was coaching high school, man, we would eat them up, run the ball. So those linebackers got to be tough in there. Him and those Spence and Sorey. I mean, boy, Dix was playing now. He was after it. He was mad. They say get to arrive with a bad attitude. And he was doing it. Boy, I loved it. I love it. And he did a great job. Great job there, Stephen Dix. Keep it up, man. All right. Number 2, again, wide receiver Andrew Armstrong from Dallas, Texas. Man, this guy's having a great year. Came out with another great game. He had 9 catches, 132 yards. Man, that's a season for some guys. He got 82% of his targets. He was targeted like 12 or 13 times. He graded at 82 on offense, 81 in the pass game, and 61 run blocking. Because he gets down there, he tries to block on the run. 61 is pretty good. It could be better. You like it to be a little higher. But anyway, for receivers, that's really good. Armstrong just having an unbelievable year. Him and Talon have a real good rapport there. And, man, he just continues to play really well. He really does. All right, number 1 was quarterback Talon Green from Dallas, Texas. It's great seeing Talon back up that top. I think just about every game this year, except for maybe 1, he's graded out really well. He's been a great pickup for Arkansas. Supposedly this was Bobby Petrino who he picked, and you see why, man. And the thing that was, and like I say here, the bye week is a blessing because hopefully they'll give him time to get better. 'Cause here's the crazy thing. If you look, he only had 1 yard rushing this week. And if I see that, I think we got our butt kicked. To be honest with you, I'm thinking we got beat because we need his legs and his throwing, but we didn't. We won. I mean, so it's showing you he was 19 of 27 for 266 yards, a huge game, 70% completion percentage, which is really huge. The big thing is no interceptions. We didn't turn the ball over. It's like Coach Pittman said, when we have as many turnovers as the other team, we can beat anybody in the nation, and that's true. If everything on turnovers is even, we got a good chance to win. We're that good of a team, and I truly believe that. It's like Jimmy Johnson said, it's not the big plays you make, but it's the bad big plays that you don't commit. Like we don't need turnovers, we don't need interceptions, fumbles, don't give up big plays. If you can limit all those and take them out, you got a really good chance of winning. So he only had 1 yard rushing, Talon did. And he graded out 83% on offense, which is overall on that. I think that was the overall best grade. And 92% in the passing game. He was really, really good. Played really well. I mean, we dominated them, in the first half, and we was only up 3-0. And that's what was scaring me. I just knew Tennessee was going to come score some points, but luckily, defense played really well. Another thing with Malachi Singles, Malachi, like if you ever saw the video I did, I think I did a short on him, being from North Cobb, Georgia, and he reminds me a lot of Donovan McNabb, kind of has that same body type. He can run, has a good strong arm, has a pretty good completion percentage. I mean, he was thrown into the fire last night, man, at Tennessee, sold-out stadium, play number 5 team in the country at night like that. We're down. Man, can you imagine getting thrown into that? And boy, I mean, so he's got he's got some cold water in his veins, ice water. He played really well. I think he can do good, but Talon Green's the man. He's the leader of this team, and we would love to have him back. So the bye week is really, I hated bye weeks when I was coaching, but this is one that comes at a great time for us to hopefully get Talon back. I haven't heard anything yet. I looked on the internet before, but they'll learn stuff, I know, starting tomorrow, Monday. And but hopefully this extra time off will be great for Talon. And that's all I got. Here was the top 10 again. I added Devin Bell in there, I think, at number 6. But so we had Talon Green, Armstrong, Stephen Dix, Landon Jackson, Larry Worth, Braylon Russell, Marquise Robinson, Eric Gregory, Danny Salee, and Quincy Rose Jr. So if you look at that, you have a true freshman in there. You have several transfers. You have Talon Green, you have Armstrong, Dix, Jackson, Worth. Was Robinson? I don't know if he transferred in or not. I think he did. Gregory did not, I don't think. Salee did. So that's 7. 7 of these players transferred in. And then we had the true freshman, Brandon Russell. So 8. And then Devin Bell transferred into punter. So 8 of the 10 or 8 of the 11 of the big players in this game were people that Coach Pittman have brought in and his coaching staff. So that shows that they're recruiting well. They're signing the transfers that they have coming in are players, and they're doing a good job, guys. Thing is, the SEC is so tough. But, man, Arkansas, I think they should be ranked right now. I really do. I think that should jump them into the top 25. I thought they should have been in there a couple weeks ago. And but anyway, I think they should be ranked. But great job, Arkansas. That's all I got. Man, I'm proud of these guys. They played a heck of a game. And I'm kind of like Coach Pittman. I hate for the bye week because I want to see them keep playing. I feel like they're hot right now. But we need Talon Green to get better. I think Malachi Singleton will do good, but this is Talon Green's team. He's the leader, and I hope he gets back healthy and can play. But that's all I got, guys. Super proud of these Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's get behind them, and let's get behind them, be behind the coaching staff, and they did a great job. That's all I got. Go Hogs.